This week's primary elections continue to lead to more discussions on Texas politics.
And here we are. Tonight we're getting some insight from our media partners over at Texas Monthly. They are sharing some of their analysis that they outlined on Super Tuesday. Several authors worked together on this. It was a team effort that includes Texas Monthly's senior editor for news and politics, Ben Rowan. Ben, we appreciate you hanging out with us here tonight at 7. First thing I want to ask you about, because we've talked a lot about it here, is the Paxton effect. Super Tuesday, we saw it play out. Let's start there.
Yeah, so there were two overarching themes of this election. The first was that Greg Abbott was trying to get a school vouchers plan passed, and the second that Ken Paxton was engaging in a revenge tour against the members of the Texas House who voted against him, voted to impeach him. And in most races, they were aligned on who they supported, but in 24, that brought the governor and attorney general into conflict with each other, where a Abbott-backed candidate was running against a Paxton-backed candidate. In the vast majority of those, Abbott won, but in 2, Paxton did, and one of them actually was in the Dallas-Fort Worth area with Mitch Little winning an election, Little, of course, being Paxton's defense attorney, or one of them, at his impeachment trial in front of the Senate. And I think statewide, Paxton was not necessarily someone Republicans wanted to run with, but here he was, and that clearly this race was about his impeachment, and Little won by opposing it.
Yep, and we watched it all unfold. A little bit earlier this year, you guys at Texas Monthly reported Colin Allred didn't campaign a whole lot in Texas. Candidly, we look back at Tuesday, it didn't really seem to hurt him a whole lot here. Obviously, on Super Tuesday, can Allred get away with that same kind of strategy as he gets ready now to take on Senator Ted Cruz in November?
Absolutely not. Allred's strategy was to raise a lot of money, try as much as possible not to spend it during the primary, and to use it to attack Ted Cruz. And the first part of that plan worked really well. He dominated his election despite campaigning a lot less in Texas than his Democratic opponents. But to beat Ted Cruz is a much, much bigger challenge. And Democrats have not won a statewide election in Texas in 30 years. The main reason is pretty simple. There are more Republican voters in Texas than Democratic voters, and Democrats have not done a good job at getting new voters to support them. That means that Allred is going to have to appeal to Republicans to win this race against Ted Cruz. While Ted Cruz is nationally somewhat unpopular, amongst Texas Republicans, he's very popular. So Allred has a real challenge in front of him, and it's not one necessarily that money is going to solve.
Yeah, it's something we're definitely going to have to watch and see how it plays out. Things are going to get very interesting. So to that point, what are the other big races that are catching your eye and standing out to you guys as we head deeper into this election cycle?
There are a couple runoffs on May 28th that are really important. Dave Phelan, the Speaker of the Texas House, was forced into a runoff by David Covey. And for a speaker to be forced into a runoff is huge in Texas politics. It hasn't happened in over 5 decades. And the balance of power in the Texas House is really up in this race. If Phelan wins re-election, he has a shot of retaining his speakership, and if not, obviously he won't. And someone to the right of him will lead the Texas House next year. Get a couple races in Dallas. Justin Holland, or to the Dallas area rather, Justin Holland versus Katrina Pearson is a big one, where a Republican incumbent is facing a very well-funded challenger. And Greg Abbott today endorsed Pearson against Holland, who is the incumbent. And then looking ahead to November, most of the big races in Texas are decided in the primaries. There are not that many competitive districts. But there is one in Richardson, where a Republican incumbent in the Texas House, Angie Chen Button, faces former Miss Texas Avery Bishop. And that is one of the very few races that Democrats can pick up in the Texas House this year. So that'll be an interesting one to watch.
We got an interesting few months ahead, to say the least. Thank you, Ben Rowan. We appreciate you from Texas Monthly. We appreciate it.